Welcome to Por favor, somos tres.
A podcast about un poquito de todo.
Books, pop culture, trauma, and a little chisme. We're your hosts.
I'm Sin.
I'm Mel.
I'm Sareed.
Thanks for listening.
Stay if you want.
Please stay.
Hey guys, welcome to another episode. I'm Sin.
I'm Mel.
I'm Sareed.
Okay, and today we have a very exciting episode for you guys. We're going to do something a little different. We want to talk about our love languages. We want to talk about ours and then each other's. Like maybe we can see like if we can guess what each other's are. I think we know each other pretty well enough to you don't think so?
I'm scared of this part.
To know.
Yeah,
It's
like what if
it's like when
completely
somebody
opposite?
when somebody's like, "How old do you think I am?" and you're like, "Oh."
Hard question, but we're gonna talk about our love languages, what we think ours are. We took a test. We took a little, and by the way,
Don't take the test.
No,
None of them are actually.
They're
free.
bamboozled.
You
They
gotta pay.
bamboozled me.
I didn't pay for mine.
I literally sat for 10 minutes doing this test, and it's like at the end, $1.95.
Yep.
I'm like, hell
I
no.
said, I'm not giving you my $2.
10 minutes, give me my
refuse.
10 minutes of my time.
I refuse.
Crazy.
Anyway.
Sorry.
And we also want to talk about our obsessions of the week. Let's start with that, guys.
Okay.
Let's start with our obsessions of the week. I want to be last because I don't want y'all to judge me for my obsession of the week.
You
but
always say that. Why would you?
I love when you tell like Luisito, shout out to Luisito, to Luis, our cousin, because he listens and he'll text
Comment.
us and he'll comment, and he was telling me the other day like, oh, I'm gonna try that bagel that you said.
Yeah, I'm still scared of the bagel. Like I've gone to McDonald's for breakfast
You're
at
lying.
least twice, and I can't do it.
Why?
I'm scared.
I had one today.
I'm scared.
Did
What
you,
if
I
don't
haven't
like
had one in
it?
a minute. I'm going to have to.
I had to stop for a little while because like,
You're
there's a
kidding.
McDonald's in front of my house.
Yeah,
like
there
I'm
is.
sorry.
Oh, yeah,
there.
there is.
And so things like it's the temptation is there, right?
Mhm.
But I've controlled myself. So
Yeah,
I just had one today. It's the first in like a couple weeks. So
I'm trying to save some money.
they are expensive. Like one bagel is like $8.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
What
Yeah.
compared to
She's like, that's
the-
even less. She's
No.
not even getting anywhere.
It's
She's
over.
like, there's bagels in the casa.
We have bagels at home.
I frijoles. I will.
So-
I have hella huevos.
She'll make just an egg bagel.
Okay.
But
Wow,
yeah,
shout out
so
Thank you so
I
much.
can
start with mine.
Okay, we
Yeah.
do our obsessions.
Yeah. So you know me and my obsessions.
What are they?
You guys probably have already like heard about it because it's my obsession, and when I obsess, I don't stop talking about it. But in honor of Pride Month, I did read all of the available volumes for Heartstopper.
Yes.
And but wait, there's more.
There's more.
I
You saw
started
the
watching the
series?
show.
You did? Oh
I
my
did.
god.
I
It's hard for you
started
to
it.
watch shows.
I
yeah.
did. I started it.
Look at you. You don't watch shows. Emily
You
doesn't
don't.
watch shows.
I don't.
Come on now.
It was so cute. Like, okay, not just because it's like LGBT community type of material, but I really got it because I saw some other YouTube recommending it,
Mm-hmm.
and I was like, oh, usually when she recommends stuff, I like it. And I'd never read like a graphic novel or a comic book, nothing like that before, because in my head I was like, there's not enough words. How am I going to understand what's going on? How is this even going to have depth to it if it's like
I didn't know it's a
pictures?
graphic novel.
It's a graphic novel.
Nice.
You didn't know?
No.
I
Did
think
you
like
flip through
the
page?
I feel like I
visuals
flipped
help.
through it because Cynthia was with me when I picked it up.
Oh,
did you see it?
Yeah.
A
Yeah.
little Target run. Are you sure?
I don't dude, I don't remember if this happened. I don't remember.
That's crazy. Okay, well, it is a
A
graphic, novel.
okay.
So that you could like literally fly through them. I think I read two. The first two I bought, I read them within like 2.5 hours at the most.
Uh-huh.
But anyway, after I read the first two, I was like, oh yeah, I definitely got to get the rest of the volumes. And there's 5. Yeah, 5 of them out, and there's a 6th one that will conclude the whole series. And I'm scared because they're so cute. Like I'm not even trying to be that person, but reading it, like I kept thinking about like our cousins.
Oh, okay.
How, like,
Is that
cute
you
they
were
are?
picturing in your head?
Not
Kind of?
necessarily,
Okay.
because like I said, it's a graphic novel, so you automatically get a character
pictures,
to put
yeah.
the person to. But like, I'm like, man, I wonder if like this is.
We should ask them.
I just don't want to be that person because like I have known. Okay, I support the community, and I know plenty of people in it, but I feel like I'm very ignorant. Like there's a lot of things
Yeah.
that I'm like, oh, I don't know.
For
Like,
sure.
I'm
You don't wanna say the
tiptoeing.
wrong thing.
Yeah, I'm
For sure.
tiptoeing, and that's on me because, like I've said previously, there's the internet. But anyway, but I just thought it was so cute. Like it is a YA novel, so but for it to be a YA, it did touch a lot of like heavy topics. So if you are gonna go read it, pick it up, make sure you read the trigger warnings because there is eating disorders are talked about. Assault, like sexual assault, is talked about. Bullying, depression. So there are some really heavy topics, but I just really liked how they were like talked about, because I feel like these are topics that young people do go through, and it's set like in a high school setting, so the characters are like 15, 16, going through these like life-changing things like coming out and telling their family and things like that. And I'm like, man, this is like, it's a good way to introduce this to somebody that doesn't have a whole lot of information on the topic. But then, you know, I finished it and I was like, oh, I need more of Nick and Charlie because they're so cute in the graphic novel. So I had heard that there was a show, and y'all know me, I always wait till the last possible minute to watch it. But I was like, I gotta watch it because it's Nick and Charlie. I really wanted to see if they had like translated the graphic novels the way I would want them into a series. And so far, there are a few things that are a little bit different, just because it makes more sense to have them that way, I guess. But so far, it does line up with the storyline, and I haven't finished it. I think I saw like maybe like 5 of the episodes, so I don't know how many seasons are available.
I think they're about to do their last one, or releasing their last one.
Oh, they're already at their last one? Oh, wow.
I think so.
Okay. Well,
Which is weird.
Yeah, that's weird because
I've never seen them, but I've heard they're very good. I heard that
it's cute.
The show and the books are very good.
They're very cute. I was very entertained. I feel like the cast that they matched up with the characters really
was perfect.
It was perfect
because that's also a thing. Like if the cast doesn't make sense, it's like the worst.
It ruins it.
Yeah. So I am proud to admit that I have been scrolling through all the fan pages. And I've stalked all the actors. I still don't know their names, but I've stalked all of them.
What have they done before?
Yeah. So that's my obsession. I think I figured you guys would be proud of me.
I am, because you started a show. You don't ever start shows.
Yeah, the show part, I'm like, good job.
Good job. Yeah.
We're progressing.
It really is hard for you to.
It's hard to get Melanie into a show.
We've been trying to get her on Bridgerton for a minute, but
and that's the thing about these episodes, are really short. So like,
because Bridgerton's an hour episode.
No,
so
these are like maybe like 30-minute episodes. Cool. They're short.
I'm gonna have to start watching it because
I think
I heard good things.
Though. I think you should read the graphic novels. Yeah, I recommend them.
And they're so cute.
They are so cute. Like,
yeah. If I look, are they on your bookshelves or not yet?
I don't have
you have room. There's no room for them.
They're being disrespected as we speak, but hopefully soon they're gonna have their own shrine.
Nice.
This time for Manuel to make you your shelf, so you can set up.
We'll have an update on that
your
too.
Books and everything.
Hopefully soon.
Nice.
Hopefully soon.
I can't wait for you to have that.
It's gonna be so cute.
Your little book.
I'm never gonna leave the house. I'm just gonna.
We're gonna come visit you.
It's so funny
because we just want to go to your room.
Yeah. It's so funny because sometimes it's Marissa's old room where we're gonna do it. So sometimes I'll be walking like to go downstairs, and I'll just stop and I'll just look at it.
It's gonna be great.
She's imagining it.
Wow, I see it. And
I see the vision.
What are you doing? I'm like, nothing.
That's where we're gonna host a readathon. When you have it, we're gonna host a readathon as a inaugural opening of the.
Yeah, so it's gonna be a book room / like guest room. So we are gonna have like a couch bed type situation. So it'll be perfect for reading together.
Nice. I can't wait. What about you, babe?
Me? I think I've texted y'all this because I've been craving it because it's been all over my TikTok, and it's the seafood boil mukbangs.
Yes. Have you had those? The seafood?
Once. I've had once, and that was with Mel. For
the
first time.
Yeah.
Never. And then before that, I just saw these seafood mukbangs, and I was like, dude, this just looks
delicious.
Chef's kiss. And it's been coming up again on my TikTok, and like just like 2 specific creators. I don't know their names, but like she always gets like these king crab legs, and like it's like big old hunk of meat. I'm not a crab person, but she makes it look
delicious.
I heard they weren't as tasty. I heard the bigger ones weren't as good as like the smaller crab legs. I don't eat crab legs.
It just looks good.
But then I see the shrimp, and I'm like, dude. And they put lime on it. I'm like, dude, I didn't think putting lime on it last time. I was like, that just. That
was it.
She's been craving it, and every time she brings it up, I'm like, oh yeah, that would be great.
Yeah. And I used to hate like the seafood boils. I like when my friends would take us, we would go. I would get wings. I would get wings at the places, and they would get their crab legs and their shrimp and their sauce. Like, and I don't know, lately, like I went with my brother the other day, and so good.
Manol, we went like a long time ago for my birthday to Juicy Crab when they had first opened the Fayetteville one. Went for my birthday, but Manol was very like not really into seafood.
Didn't like it.
He just wasn't really into seafood at the time. But y'all know me, I corrupted him.
As you should.
And so like when I met him, ceviche, things like that.
He didn't like.
No, he was.
Oh
it was
wow.
couldn't even tell. And now he's like obsessed.
He is.
Yeah. But we ended up going recently. I think it was maybe like less than 6 months ago. I think it was after our Gatlinburg trip, the last one we took by ourselves. When we came back, I think we went to Juicy Crab, and from that moment on, like, we've just been obsessed. Anytime we're bored, we're like, Juicy Crab? Yeah, Juicy Crab.
And it's kind of expensive too. Like,
I feel like it's cheaper.
I think it's worth it though. I feel like the amount you get is
I think
agree. What I got last time was like, because I wanted to try crawfish, because that's also the mukbangs I would see. It was fine. It was just a little piece of meat, but the experience was great. I think it was $18 for like a half a pound of shrimp, half a pound of crawfish, and then they gave me like 1 corn and like 4 potatoes. They added more potatoes. I was I was full.
Yeah.
I thought it was
good. I thought it was I feel like it's a decent amount of food for it, because me and Mano will split. We'll do a pound of sausage and a pound of shrimp, and we'll split it.
And it's perfect for buffet. Yeah. True.
But nobody in my my mom likes seafood, but she doesn't like the idea of seafood boils. Bayo is a picky ass eater, so
he is picky.
It's like which is weird, because I ordered Indian food one day because mom had eaten, or she was going out, and Bayo was getting home late, and I ordered Indian food, and I had some left over, and because mom said like ofrece always. So we came home, and I was like, hey, do you want some? He's like, yeah. I'm like,
are you okay?
He's like, I like, because I had naan bread, and he's like, yeah, I like that bread. I think it's called like naan. I'm like, naan bread? He's like, yeah. And I'm like,
how do you know?
What do you know about this?
What do you know about the Indian food?
He ate it, and I was like, when did you eat Indian food? He's like, oh, a coworker a long time ago brought some, and it was really spicy, but I liked it. I'm like, all this time I've been ordering for myself or not ordering it, and you like Indian food?
Wow, that's crazy.
And I'm like,
that would be the one food that I would think he wouldn't want to eat.
Indian food.
Manol still won't try it. He said,
oh man, I love some good
because when he used to do templates, and he used to have to go to people's houses to like measure out their cabinets, he went to a lot of like Middle Eastern houses, and like their spices really like sink into like
it's very permeated. It's a lot.
Yeah. So he said like como que se asqueó, and he just every time he smells it grosses him out.
But there's something about that butter chicken when it comes in and the hot naan bread. Oh my god! I love
the chicken tiki masala.
I do like the tiki masala.
Have you ever had Indian food?
I think I have, but it's been forever. I haven't had
the
it
one
recently.
By the job. I think it's like Bombay Flames. I don't know what it's called.
Yeah,
that's where I got it the first time.
Oh, okay.
Converted.
I've seen it, but I've never tried it.
But yeah, I just need a seafood boil. That's all I've been watching.
That's on the calendar. Then we gotta put that on the calendar.
Any other than that, simple life.
Also, guys, our sign keeps going in and out. Yeah. So
the more viewers we get, the more it lights up. We can afford this.
Yeah, for sure. Exactly. We can afford a different sign.
A different sign. A good one.
So it's a little mini raven here sometimes.
Ignore that.
But yeah, those simple. A simple one, but it makes me hungry because I'm hungry right now.
Yeah. So. We've talked about a lot of food so far, and we're just gotten into this.
I know already. But okay, guys, are y'all ready? Are y'all ready for my obsession?
Cynthia has a story.
We're totally
and I'm very excited. Never.
Okay,
we'll never.
It is embarrassing how much I know about this chisme.
Wait.
Chisme?
It's not like
actually have
literally. No, it's nothing to do with us. Nobody that we know.
Is it this Cristian Nodal?
It's this Cristian Nodal, Ángela Aguilar, and Casu chisme. Because y'all.
She's deep. I'm
deep in the rabbit hole because it makes no sense for me to care. I will never meet these people. I don't care. I mean, I love Cristian Nodal. For people who don't know, Cristian Nodal is a regional Mexican singer. Ángela Aguilar is the daughter of Pepe Aguilar. She has a family dynasty. She's very popular. She's also a singer. She's a very good singer. Very good. And the reason it's a chisme, and I think y'all know this. I don't know if you know this. Yeah. Is because Mr. Cristian left his baby mama literally like a month ago, I think. Yeah. And now he's parading around Ángela Aguilar, which, by the way, they met when she was like 14, 15.
Was she like
He was 19, yeah. They met when she was like 14, 15. She's 20, he's 25. Yeah, I looked that up.
The grooming.
No, because like the thing is that they're coming out now saying like they were in love, but like they couldn't be or whatever because she was underage, obviously. And then they came out with a song at one point, but he was he be on some stuff. He dated Miss Belinda. We know Cheetah Girls. We know Belinda. There's a lot of problem with that. He almost got married to Belinda, and then that went south. And then he got with Casu. And
but that's the thing though, like if anybody's following his track record, he literally like announced he had broken up with Belinda, and then he was a 2 seconds later she was pregnant. Like Casu was pregnant with their baby.
They were together for a little while though, because I remember Casu got a lot of shit because Belinda is very pretty, and so Kasu is not, she's not ugly at all, but she looks different than Belinda, obviously.
She's
And
a whole
so
different style.
people were on, like, they were being so mean to her when they first started. Yeah, when he first started, like, parading her around. They were being really mean to her. And then they announced that they were pregnant, right? And the reason why this chisme is so interesting is because there's so many memes that are so funny. Apparently, esta Ángela Aguilar was commenting during like that time that because she put a comment saying fan de su relación on one of Kasu's pictures with Nodal.
No.
And then when Kasu got pregnant, they asked her, she was like being interviewed, like there's a video of her being interviewed, and le dijeron, oh, ¿cómo ves de Cristian y Kasu? And she was like, oh my gosh, voy a ser tía. Like, and now it comes out that they've been had feelings for each other. Because like they're saying like this was not like recent that they just started getting together. They've been had feelings for each other.
Did you see his video that he posted like
yes.
recently? He was talking about, you know, this has been a long time in the
coming.
making. And I'm
Are
like,
you serious? It's not like it bothers me to the point where I probably will stop listening to him or will still listen to him.
Like,
but it's just, I am so like, dude.
She's invested.
I'm just like, dude, like they all put out statements. Like Cristian. Kasu put out an Instagram post saying, I want to be out of this. Please remove me from this narrative. Because she's tired of... The thing is that people are defending her. People are like in her comments saying like, oh, like, you know, eras mucho para él. Like, vas a estar mejor sin él. And like, tú sí, like, que chingona por tu hija. And things like that. Because another thing that I was like, damn, Cristian removed the picture of his daughter. He had like a picture of, I think it was Kasu and the daughter. Like, I think it was just their hands. But he took it off Instagram.
Oof.
But he does that constantly. Like, he's constantly taking his pictures off. I'm a firm stalker.
I don't know, but he took off the picture of his hija. So, like, on all his comments in his recent posts were like, oh, ya no quieres a tu hija.
I think
que mal padre. You know, all this stuff.
People always want to look for shit where there's no shit.
Yeah.
Because I feel like if I had a picture of my child with my ex and people started commenting shit on that picture.
Yeah, that's true.
Like,
that
I'm
is
coming
true.
for you. Don't
but the thing is that Kasu still has some pictures of Cristian, I think, with their kid. I'm not sure. Don't quote me, but she did unfollow him on Instagram, and he still follows her on Instagram. But like I said, yeah. And then because it was funny because people were trying to look for the comments that she put. Like I think she put a heart recently when she had Kasu put a picture like of them, of all three of them, and Ángela put it hearts, and people were trying to look for that comment, but she had deleted it. It was just it's a shitstorm because it's like he literally was just with his baby mama. Like I think había un reportaje where Kasu sent him a Father's Day like shout out like, oh mi amor, and yo tu hija te amamos, and he was like, oh yo también. Like I think it was May 8th. And so now he's like all in love with Ángela, and there's like the video of him and her kissing on stage, and
so
her
messy.
Saying like, "Oh mi novio."
Oh, when I saw that video, I cringed. There was a cringe.
Cringed.
I don't know. I don't know if I was reading too much into it, but his face was like he wasn't expecting that.
He was like, he was a la madre, I think he said. Yeah. And yeah, let me read you these comments. I loved it because I thought it was so funny. Pepe, Ángela's dad, anda en Japón, and so people are in his comments. Don Pepe, me enteré casualmente de algo importante. Don Pepe, la Dora y el Botas traen desmadre. Ya aprendió cómo se dice mi hija en japonés. Quita malío. Don Pepe, Dora anda explorando por donde no es. Don Pepe regresa, ya es abuelo. Nieto prestado, pero nieto.
I saw this when I was like had me reading through these threads, and I was like, oh my god,
they're funny. People are unhinged. So many people are like doing the comment fan de su relación on yes. on people's posts that are like, you know, like like if I were to post that on fucking Chris Evans picture with his wife. Dude,
if one of y'all comes
under your picture, I'm gonna do that. No, I'm not gonna do that. That's my cousin.
No, please don't.
But it's so funny. Like this has become like a thing. Like I'm obsessed with this story, and I shouldn't be because it has nothing to do with me. I'll never meet these people, but it's just so funny. Like I'm so invested.
The way the people are just taking shit out of proportion because like they're gonna last all of 7 seconds.
That's what my dad said. I told him I was talking to my dad about this, and he's like, "Ni van a durar."
I think he's going on tour. She's got her own thing. It's 7 seconds. I give it 7 seconds, and that's it. If they prove me wrong and they get married and then last forever and ever, I'll eat my words. But the way this has been going,
the way this man is, apparently is like, you know, he has like a pattern of like being with these women and
the next,
and next and then to the next,
So
because
mujeriego.
yeah, very mujeriego, I think. And
he got good music though, so
he does. I like his concert was great. My mom got drunk. We had a great time.
yeah.
So I'm with it.
I haven't
but
really listened to
I don't
him,
know why I'm
but
so
I
obsessed with
might
this
need to now.
chisme.
He's making bank though. Like
Yeah.
whether people are talking shit or not, they're both.
He
making
did have
bank.
to put out a statement being like, stop like bringing Casu into
Yeah.
it. Please don't talk about Angela. But I mean, people are gonna talk and people are gonna say like, oh, okay, you know, he's a bad father, and that he was probably cheating on Casu, which, you know, probably
maybe.
because it was all very sudden, right? I think that's what's got people
like,
going.
what?
Because I feel like if he would have come out with this in like a couple months, maybe it wouldn't have been this bad, because he literally they both came out with the statement saying that they were no longer together, and then maybe not even like a week later there was rumors that he was with Angela.
It's because they got fake friends. That's what it is. Because somebody
Somebody
had to
told
leak
somebody.
something, and they got bad friends. Like they're just in it, you know, just out here to get the story. So
Yes.
they probably didn't mean for it to come out that soon.
Yeah.
Mhm.
But somebody's bitch ass friend told
Probably
somebody,
told a tabloid
hey,
or something.
You want to hear something funny?
You want to know who
You
he's
wanna know
dating
the
now?
realty? You want to know the realty? So,
But yeah,
Like, now everybody's like defending Belinda, saying like, "Oh, you
Yes.
should have known you were a good person." And she wasn't. I'm like,
yo que pensaba que Belinda
don't
era la
know.
problema, era no, like, bro,
I
like,
still think Belinda's problematic.
I think so too.
Yeah,
Mhm.
I refuse to believe that Belinda has no fault in this.
Yeah, I agree, because but I'm sure it was both of them. But anyway, that's my obsession of the week. I need for it to stop, because I was on TikTok, I think it was yesterday.
I can't.
I need to stop. And I was on Instagram looking at the video. I just need to stop. I just need to stop.
Yeah, I'm trying to like Mano's keeping me in the loop, but I'm not trying to go down that rabbit hole because it's not my
It's
business.
interesting.
I don't care.
Yeah,
I really don't care.
it doesn't affect me. It doesn't affect anybody that I care about. But it's just I
It's
don't know. I'm
something to talk
invested.
about, honestly,
It's
I
just
be
something
getting
I'm
invested
invested in.
Yeah, I agree. Your brother was like talking about Angela's dating and all that, and she didn't ask me for permission.
I asked him because I know, because I was asking about like, hi, did you see Sabrina Carpenter's video? Because I know he likes her.
Uh-huh.
He's like, what do you mean?
Oh, with
no,
her
with Barry
boyfriend.
Keoghan. He's
Mhm.
like, oh, whatever. And then I asked him, I was like, what do you think about Angela Aguilar? And he's like I said, like, no pregunta permiso. Like, it's just a fling.
It's just a fling. It's
Waiting for
fine.
me, and I'm like, okay,
Yeah, that's what it is.
sure. She's just waiting for her
But
lover
yeah,
boy.
I think it's funny. It's a funny obsession, guys. It's not food this week for me. 'Cause it could have been. It could have been, but it's not. So
Hey, I mean, that's fine.
You know, when not a lot of things go on in our lives, why not just, you know, take a peek somewhere else? You know, just be like, what you got going on over there?
What's going on?
What's the tea?
okay, guys.
That's funny.
well.
funny.
Speaking of love,
All love is love.
all love is love. Let's talk about love languages. What are the love languages? So should we start off with like each one, explaining each one, or should just go through
we
them?
can just like kind of talk about all of them, and then we'll try to get.
We'll go
some
through
I
this.
didn't put like definitions next to them.
No, I just
but-
put what they
I
were
have
5.
some.
Okay, cool.
Mel
you
was
read mine?
prepared.
Do you want to read it?
Sure. Oh gosh. Okay.
Sorry, you can't zoom in.
No, you.
Or
Okay,
if you
yeah,
turn
yeah.
it sideways, it goes a little bigger.
Okay. So let's see. What are the 5 love languages? So the first one we have is words of affirmation. So to expressing affection through words, praise, or appreciation. Then we have quality time, values, full values.
She can't.
Never mind, I'll read it for you.
Yeah, I'll read it.
She's like,
Okay.
You have great
Great
handwriting, by the way.
handwriting,
Okay, so
Quality time.
Quality time. Let's see. Values full presence when
Full
you
presence.
are together. So pretty much giving that person
Giving
your
undivided attention.
Then we have physical touch, which doesn't just mean sex. I know that's
Right.
like the common misconception, but it
Oof,
means
a
just like
hug.
holding hands, cuddling,
Yeah.
kissing, things like that. Doesn't always have to be sex. And then we have acts of service. You feel loved when someone else does a task for you, like washing dishes, vacuuming, like very mundane things, but they're tasks that you probably don't want to do. So it's nice when somebody does it without you having to ask.
Does it for you. Mm-hmm.
And then receiving gifts, not just for like the monetary value of a gift, but you treasure the gift and the time and the thought that was put into it. So thoughtful gifts. And then I did see something kind of when I was doing my little research on the TikTok. There's a 6th one that's kind of like an honorary mention, which is shared experiences. And I was
Aw.
like, we need to add that one to our conversation
Cute.
because we share a lot of experiences.
Yeah.
We do.
So
I don't
those
know
are the
then.
5. Do you guys want to try to guess each other's? See if we know each
The
other
thing is,
that
I know
much?
yours.
I think mine. I've said it.
You've said it
If you
plenty of
did
times.
know mine at this point, I would be concerned.
Oh, who
Because
knows?
yours
You might be
is
concerned.
I'm kind of 3.
words of affirmation.
Yeah.
Yeah, yours is words of
I
affirmation.
put words
Mel
of
likes
affirmation.
people to tell her that, you know.
Not
Yeah.
out of vanity though.
No.
I'm just
No.
really insecure.
She like.
She likes people to me to tell her, like, I love you so much.
Yeah, like like I could never have had the parents that are like assuming that I know they love me, because I would have been like, they hate me.
They hate me.
for sure
Yeah.
hate me.
Yeah.
Like
I have to constantly, like, when Mel be like, are you mad at me? And I'm like, no.
No, this is just my face, and I'm like, oh, thank God. I thought this would be the time. Cynthia's literally just existing, and I'm like,
Are you
she's probably
mad?
mad at me right now.
And
so every now and then
so
Cynthia will be like, yeah, I love you.
yeah, I have to tell her to remind her. What do you think Cerise is?
I had a really oh shit, sorry, technical difficulties. I had a really hard time thinking about Cerise because she's just like,
I feel like you could be so many of them.
I'm a chameleon. Another thing?
Are you-
yeah.
What do you think?
Okay, so I wrote down quality time.
Okay, I didn't write that down. I wrote down acts of service.
We both got it wrong.
She's neither of those.
She's like, I'm leaving.
She's neither of those.
She's
I
leaving
feel
the
like,
chat.
because I feel like you're very like you like to do things for people. I feel like you're selfless.
No, but that's what she gives,
What she
but
gives.
not like what she wants to receive.
Oh, okay. What you want to receive?
It's not gifts because you say you don't like getting gifts because it freaks you out. Like
It doesn't freak me out. It's just like,
Like, you
if
don't
I
know how
have
to
invite
react.
somebody to a birthday party, I
I
don't
would still say
expect
acts of
them-
service. Like, wouldn't you want like
wow, okay. Well,
no?
what
What is
what
it?
would you say it is?
You want me to go to mine? Because I haven't even gone to what I think y'all's were. Because I have 2 for each of you.
Are we wrong?
Yes.
Yeah, we're both wrong.
My friends don't know me. It's okay. No, because I
'Cause
put
we
for
think
Mel.
we
I
have
put for
great
Mel words
qualities.
of affirmation. I put quality time, depending on what the
Okay,
event is.
of the event.
And for Cynthia, I put physical touch because she is
We talk
very
about that all the
touchy-feely.
time.
Yeah.
And acts
Yeah.
of service. I feel like she likes
I
when people
put-
do things.
I put
for
gifts
her too.
and physical.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I put for y'all.
What's
Y'all-
yours? Yeah.
What I like to receive.
Since we're such
Is-
bad friends.
No, I mean the quality time is like a thing, but I'm more of a words of affirmation person.
Okay.
Yeah, I
Are
like.
you?
I feel. Yeah. Yeah.
We've been looking
So
for
that's
the
why I
wrong
told Bio, I was
way.
like, you never tell me I'm doing good. Like when Bio, that's why I asked.
okay,
Like I
okay.
tell him like I need that. I
Bro,
don't care.
I'm so sorry.
no, no,
head
no,
out.
no. Like acts of service, I don't like. I'm just like.
no,
oh,
I don't think
whatever.
you're. Yeah.
I
I think you give like.
That's what I'm
you're
saying. I think
very,
you
like-
give. Yeah,
give
for
acts
sure.
of service. Do I do stuff for people?
Yeah, you're very
Yeah.
giving. Like, didn't you? Like we went to Disney recently, and she got Anna a Mickey ears because we had them and she didn't,
Oh.
and she
Isn't that
and
gift
she
giving?
bought them for her.
That's
Is
gift
that
giving.
Yeah.
That's
okay?
gift
Well,
giving.
then maybe, but I don't think it's just gift giving. I think you do things for people. I think, like, I think that you're like, yeah, I'll do that.
Oh.
You don't think you do?
I don't.
I'm
in-
kidding
in
that
my-
she's
in
not-
my
she doesn't think
conscience,
that
I
she's
don't
like
think
that.
I do
Really?
acts of service. I just
Hmm.
think it's. I'm
Maybe it's
very
just
much a
me.
gift giver. Like I do like giving more than receiving.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Personally,
Yeah, for sure.
I don't really
I
care
kind
for
of put
getting
mine
gifts.
in order because I feel like I'm all of them depending on the situation.
Yeah.
But I
And
put
I think
them
you
in
can
order.
be.
I put them in order of importance if anyone cares.
Go
Oh,
ahead.
and then words of
The first one is
affirmation
words of
first.
affirmation.
Yeah.
For
yeah.
sure, I know
For
Mel.
sure.
And then what's next?
And then I put receiving gifts. I really like when people. I think that's why that's the gift. That's the love I like to give because I like when people give me thoughtful gifts. Like, yes, I appreciate a gift card because I'm gonna buy myself whatever the hell I want.
Mhm.
But if you like find something out in the streets and you're like, this is for Mel because one time she mentioned that she liked this,
Mhm.
I'm like, wow, you really remembered that? First of all, how?
And the thing is that I feel like it's kind of hard to buy things for you because of that, because you're such a good gift giver.
because I have high expectations.
and because you're such a good gift giver, it's like you want to do better than what you.
You're trying to outdo me.
And I'm like, oh my gosh, how can I outdo her when she's great at giving? She's great at giving gifts. Like, oh
I don't
my
do it
gosh.
often because I kind of do suck at giving gifts. Like Christmas time,
I feel
don't
fine.
expect a gift from me because I'm poor. But like if it's your birthday or like if I see something out in the street and I'm like, oh, I think she would like that, I'll buy it.
Because I
I'll buy
remember
it.
my first like makeup palette. You bought it for
Yeah.
me. My first highlighting palette.
It was one of
I
those,
was
like,
when I was-
ABH.
It was the Nicole Guerrero highlighter palettes.
Yeah.
Because I was working Chick-fil-A poor, and I would buy things like my makeup from Walmart and CVS and whatever, and you had bought like you were starting to buy like a little bit more like the
I had
nicer
my
nicer makeup.
big girl job.
And I remember you gave me that palette and I wanted to cry. 'Cause
I was like, wait, I got something for you. And like, I literally
Yes.
just like, I was like, I'm gonna buy it for Cynthia. Because I bought myself one. I was like, oh, I'm gonna buy one for Cynthia because she likes makeup. And she was like leaving my house. And I was like, hey, I got this for you. And I handed it to her. And she was like,
I couldn't believe it. I was like, me?
jaw dropped.
Sweet.
Yeah. But like I said, like, I definitely do enjoy giving people gifts. But my third one is acts of service. Like, if you do something for me without me having to tell you, okay.
But you like, okay.
But
yeah.
like, tell me I'm pretty first. Not necessarily pretty, but I like kind words. And then I said quality time, and then my last one is physical touch.
Yeah. It's
Mhm.
crazy how we're friends. Because
Yeah,
I want to hug Melanie all the time and she doesn't like
I just don't think I'm a good hugger, so like I just feel like it's gonna be an awkward time for the two of us.
Yeah. It sucks.
That one's my last one too. I don't.
And I think it's funny
Isn't that
because
crazy?
because I feel like Manol is very much like physical touch.
Is he?
Yeah.
Okay.
Like not in public because I don't think we do a whole lot of PDA. Like we'll
No.
hold hands or we'll like I'll lay my head on his shoulder, but we're not like all over each other. But like I feel like when we're at home,
He's
very much
affectionate.
like
Mm.
affection. He's either physical touch or acts of service.
That's good.
Like he really enjoys when I do shit for him. And you know me, I'm gonna do shit for you. I'm a people please until I can't.
Yeah, that should be one of people pleasing.
People pleasing.
Honestly, me.
But I didn't take into consideration the experiences one because I just kind of like found that out of nowhere.
Mm-hmm.
But I think that one's pretty up there too. Like, I would rather us go somewhere, like go to the beach together, than I would rather spend like time, like, I don't know how to explain it. Like go on an adventure versus sit down and watch a movie and cuddle.
Yeah,
Oh,
Even though we're doing things together.
like doing like new experiences
Yeah.
and stuff like that.
Yeah. I don't know. It's weird.
Okay.
I think I agree because me and Sin, when we went to San Diego, like it was fun because we were discovering
Mhm.
together
Mm-hmm.
and like looking at new places and new experiences, new memories and stuff like that. So I feel like, yeah, I would rather do that than like we can do that later. You can do that for me later.
Yeah.
Let's go do something.
Yeah. I like having
Um,
shared experiences with people.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I
I love
agree.
like when we have like our little trips and we do things together. Yeah,
Mhm.
those are fun. We haven't had like an actual like trip, just the three of us though. Like
Ever,
like
I
an
think.
out trip. Like we've gone obviously like we've vacationed together, but
Mhm.
never just the three of us.
We should do that.
We should do that
We
so
should
that we
add
can
that.
talk about it.
Yeah, add that to the agenda, please. After
Add
the
to the-
seafood
to the
boil,
million-
the coloring.
The million.
the million other things we have planned.
Yeah. But you already told yours, right?
Do you want to put yours in order?
Yeah, so what I believe mine are in order, just like what I like to receive. Obviously, the first one for me would be words of affirmation because I think like I don't get often complimented. And even I told Sin, I think when we went to the San Diego place and ladies like, oh, your complexion's so nice. I'm like, this lady's not told me that. Like,
She yeah,
feels
she,
so
she
nice.
the lady was like, your complexion is so pretty, and she was like,
I was
she
like, I'm a little
stumbled.
sweaty. I was like,
And I'm like, girl, you better take that compliment.
You say thank
so
you.
like,
Right?
yeah,
She
so
did,
for
but
me,
yeah.
I was like, oh, thank you so much. But for me, I was like, from that moment, I was like, oh,
Yeah.
I'm set. So words of affirmation. I guess acts of service would be. I think that one with quality time, it might be like together. Just because I'm more. I don't know. I can't really think of more than one love language that I have because I've always been a words of affirmation person. And then it would be gift giving. Because I don't receive. I like giving gifts, and then physical touch is my very last one.
Crazy.
So I don't know how. But I was like, how are you gonna get married? I'm like, I have no idea.
Well,
We're gonna be in separate bedrooms.
I mean,
but don't.
so I think from a marriage, like a couple standpoint,
it's different, no?
it somehow makes sense because in order to get me going to like wanting to be physical, like I like to be told things like it like starts
That gets
from
you-
here. It starts from
Yeah,
here and then it's
yeah,
like
yeah.
okay, now I want to be next to you, now I want to cuddle you.
Yeah.
So it kind of works out because then
Okay, so then that's
Manol kind of feeds
you know,
into my
It'll work.
that'll work out
my
since your first
affirmation.
one is words of affirmation.
yeah because Manol, like I said, he's more on the physical like touch. Like sometimes we'll literally be sitting eating dinner and I'm like just minding my business and he'll like come over and like kiss my arm, and I'm like, what are you doing?
Stop eating.
Literally, what are you doing? Stop licking me. And he's like, I'm not trying to lick you, I was trying to kiss your arm. I'm like, for what? I'm like, why do you want to kiss my arm?
Melanie.
But yeah, it's harder when you have to learn, like, the whole like I said, I like giving gifts because I like getting gifts. So I always think people like getting gifts, and Manol does not like getting gifts. Like he is very much like, if I give him something, he's like, oh, thank you. Like, he's appreciative, but he's not gonna be like, oh my gosh, you remembered. Like, no, he's gonna be like, oh, thank you, like, this is great, and then move on with his life. Whereas me, if you give me something meaningful, I'm like, oh, I love it. Like, you know, I'll give you more of a reaction because it means something to me. But it's not like he doesn't care. It's just like he would rather do other things than like get gifts, if that makes sense.
Yeah, for sure.
But yeah.
Okay, well, y'all already know mine. My first one is going to be physical touch, because if you know me, that's just, I don't know what that says about me. And it's funny because I did write this down because I saw it on the web.
Okay.
It says, for many people, whatever they value the most, whatever makes them feel most love, is something that probably was lacking long ago growing up in childhood.
I saw the TikTok.
Maybe you didn't receive many hugs as a child, so physical touch became a primary love language for you today. The same may be also true for your to your partner. For me, I didn't have that problem. Like, my family is very like, we love to hug. Me and my brother love to hug. My family, me and my mom and my dad love to hug, love to darnos así como beso. I don't have that problem. Like, it wasn't something that I grew up not having, but I don't know why it's like my favorite love language. Like, for people, maybe I feel like maybe that's why.
Maybe because it reminds you of that like bond. Like,
yeah,
you felt loved because
like whenever like we used to get that a lot. Like, me and my brother, when we were in high school, they were always like together, and we were always kind of like hugging, and we were always kind of like you could tell that we were like related. Yeah, because like in photos, like when we would be in pictures, like siempre era abrazándonos, and like and I thought that was weird for because like I feel like you and your brother aren't very aren't like that at all.
Bios, if I had to think, Bios is very much like acts of service.
Yeah.
Everything else last.
Like,
quality time, no.
Like, even my cousins, like none of my cousins are like how me and my brother are, as far as like very like
affectionate.
Hermana. Like, I call my brother, he's known as bro, because I've always called him bro my whole life, and so in the family he's known as bro, but he like we've always been sis and bro, and it's like I grew up with like physical touch being like really like in a good way. So I guess that's why like my love language is for me to know that you love me, and that
it's
I
also
love
like
you.
Comforting, and like
I like when I'm sitting next to you,
start grabbing her hand.
When she starts talking, when she gets into it, and you hear just feel her palm on your lap,
knee.
and you're like, oh, okay.
Melanie had to tell me that she's like doesn't like that.
That makes me a little uncomfortable.
Yeah, and I'm glad that you told me.
Okay.
I'm glad that you've told me, and Sarid will be like, you can if you want.
And I guess like
like
now that we've been friends for this long, I don't think it bothers me. Like, I don't think it ever really bothered me. It was just weird. Like, I was like, why is she touching my leg again? Like, we were sitting close enough to where she could just lay her hand on my lap, and it was just kind of
and
weird
it wasn't
for
like
me.
you said, it's never anything like sexual or anything like that. It's just
And
like I don't know
like,
what
I'm
it
here,
is.
like,
Yeah,
I'm here, I'm grounding.
you're here too.
You're
that
here
it's also
too.
kind of like a you're here too kind
Yeah.
of thing. And my other best friend Anna, she's also like that. Like,
She
her and
is.
me are very touchy feely. Like, we're very like abrazos from Anna are just like, oh my gosh, like for me, like love them. And I think that's also why we're really like people sometimes are like, are y'all just
Are y'all a couple?
because we
was like,
just we like we'll hold hands, like it's just
You just see me walking behind. I'm like, I'll just watch.
I do. For a lot of people, I do have like side hugs. Like, even
Oh,
for your
I
brother,
hate side hugs.
Your brother's side hugs are awkward. So we've just come to the conclusion that we're gonna fist bump forever and ever.
Dang.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
like, if you guys ever see me in bio hug,
Somebody
died.
happens.
Somebody's died or somebody's drunk, bro.
Yeah,
Somebody's
one or
drunk,
the other.
yeah.
We could be drunk.
Exactly.
Although I feel like violence is usually our answer when we're drunk.
Sí, cierto.
Get your shit together and I'll throw
I
shit
think
at
the
his
most I
head.
will do is like, I think I only let it with Sin. I'm like, I know Sin is like a
Sin is
touchy
a
person.
hug
I let it be. Like, so
Yeah.
if she grabs me or whatever, I'm like, okay, whatever.
Yeah, I think I've
So
got
the most I'll
used
be
to
like,
it.
I'll interlock my arms with you. Well,
Yeah.
that's it. But for
it's-
Sin, I'm just like, it's fine.
It's really weird because when I was younger, like me and my mom were always like holding hands, or like she would be hugging me, it was never weird.
Your
but,
mom
like,
was also a
but it was-
touchy like person.
but it was only with my mom.
Mm-hmm.
Like even now with my dad, it's not weird or anything.
Mhm.
I don't mind it. But like with my sister, we don't really hug.
No, y'all
Like
don't.
I feel like it's super awkward. Maybe it's in my head. Maybe
We should ask her.
no, she's concerned. She probably
you
thinks-
okay?
I think she's also a touchy feely person.
You think so?
Really?
I think she probably is. I don't know.
Oh, I don't know if it's
Maybe
like,
not. I think she's told me she's not. I don't know.
Okay.
But like we didn't really ever hug, and even now, like now we get along fine. Like we're not like we don't hate each other or anything.
Mm-hmm.
But and I call her sister. I'm like, hey sister, or how you doing,
Mhm.
sister? So I don't really call her by her name to her, like, because it just sounds scary.
Because it's weird. Like, why would you say Marissa?
But as far as hugging, like when I see her, it's usually like a
Aside.
side
Yeah, I've
awkward.
noticed that with y'all.
I'm uncomfortable. I don't know what it is, and like I said, my mom
Mhm.
gave me plenty of hugs.
Yeah, so maybe this little quote is
I
debunked.
did see a TikTok though that was like, whichever one is your number one love language is because you lacked it in your childhood. I'm like, nah, my mom used
I
to
think
be
it's
like,
the opposite
"You're
for
doing great,
me
sweetie."
because I had it so much. It's like
And my mom was
I think
don't
it's weird when
I had
you're
a lot of
not.
words of affirmation in my childhood.
Okay.
Like never mean, but like those
but like
little
you didn't have
like,
like it was just assumed that you knew.
yeah.
Okay.
So I think that's probably why I like to hear it because I don't hear it often.
yeah, for
Even
sure.
nowadays sometimes.
Yeah.
But
And then I'm glad I honestly didn't know that was like your love language because I would tell you more often.
Yeah, just tell
Yeah.
me. Now she's gonna stop touching you and tell you you're pretty.
I asked for consent, guys. Like, if it makes you
Yeah.
uncomfortable,
No.
well,
No,
if
it's
it
fine,
makes you
yeah.
uncomfortable, I will be like, I won't. But
Yeah,
it's
you
not
won't do
like
it.
I don't do anything like to make you
No,
uncomfy.
It's never like
it's just
it's never an uncomfortable touch.
I
It's
will.
like-
It's
the
like
thing
when
is
you start
about
telling
me
your
is I like to be like right next to you.
Yeah.
I feel like that for
And when
me
she
when I
said-
see it, she doesn't. She's like really into her story and
Yeah,
everything. She's like
yeah.
making sure you're like also like listening. Like I want
Yeah.
you to be in this. Like
Yeah.
listen to this.
Like listen, and then
Listen.
she'll like, but
And then
you
she'll
do
like,
it
oh.
so naturally. Like it sometimes it's just weird to be like, hey, don't touch me.
Yeah.
And I think I've gotten used to it at this
Oh,
point. Like I'm
yeah.
just like,
I don't
and
mind.
you know what's funny too, though. I think it's mine is also receiving physical touch. Like it's
Okay.
also a way for me to know that you love me.
But
But
dang, we have to
depending on, but that's the thing. Depending on who you
on the
are.
person.
Okay, good.
Because I don't like being around like a big group of people and having people touch
Okay.
me.
Mhm.
No,
Okay.
I don't.
Like it's
no.
got to be like
It's
the
got to
people you're
be
close
the people
with.
that I'm close with for
Okay.
sure. Like the people that I'm close with, I don't mind it. But because if it's like a rando, or like somebody I don't know that well, or
girl.
you know someone
Mhm.
that's awkward, I no.
Yeah, the
Mm-mm.
awkward side hugs.
I hate the awkward
awkward
side
side
hugs.
hugs from like us. It's okay. Awkward side hugs from like
Other
adults.
people.
Adults.
Why are you even touching me?
I
You're
told you
making me
about the
scared.
time that we have a family friend where she just doesn't know how to give hugs. So I remember one.
I know who you're talking about now.
I remember one time, I guess, like, I forget that I don't typically hug this woman because in, Mexican culture, like, para despedirte o saludar, das un beso, das un abrazo,
yeah.
typically. A
Typically,
lo mejor la mano if you don't really know them.
Yeah.
And this woman, I forgot that we typically, like, we know her well because she's always, like, in our family, like, circle, but we went to her house and we had a great time and we were leaving and I went in for, like, the beso, like, the goodbye hug, and bro,
Stiff as a
She got
board.
stiff as a board, and she was kind of like,
She just patted you on your
she
shoulder.
patted me on my shoulder, and it was just so awkward. And never again have I
She's
given
gotten
that
a
lady
little
a
better,
hug.
though. She's got a little better.
I'm gonna give her her hand
I do. I give
because
handshakes usually.
I see other people like si le dan como que un side hug, but me,
she's
that was the
still-
most awkward hug I've ever had, I think, in my life.
Yeah.
And I felt so embarrassed because I was like, she probably didn't want to hug me, so why
Yeah.
would I go
was
in
like,
for a
oh.
hug? And yeah, I'm
It's
just
always
I'm
so
not gonna do
funny,
that
like
again.
going to your family reunions, because even like from the beginning, like there's
Mm.
huggers and then there's the ones that are like, no, thank you.
like
Like my
tu
father-in-law.
suegro.
My
Mhm.
father-in-law, it was probably like a good 6 years before he even started giving me a side hug.
Mhm.
And there's
te
still,
daba la mano.
yeah, I think so. Yeah.
Yeah.
And to this day, his side hugs are super awkward. Like, okay, for those that
I've
aren't watching
learned.
it, he'll like come in for a side hug, but not like a side hug where they like bring you in and hug you. No, it's
Ooh.
like a side hug where he like reaches around you and
doesn't
pats-
touch
he'll,
you.
He'll pat your shoulder.
He'll barely touch you.
Yeah.
I have
Yeah.
experienced that with your father. Like when
Yeah,
he says hi to us,
super
I like
awkward.
either it's like I have done like a
Yeah.
front,
You've done a front
But-
with him?
but like but
That
it was
sounds
like
weird.
leaned. It was like leaned. I'm like hi, like leaned.
Yeah, like
barely touching.
Because I'm sure he
the
was
wall
kind of
this.
like,
yeah.
But he I've
Here,
never
there.
known like
is that
oh,
where
here.
Manuel and Monse? for the way.
Bro.
But you know, Monse is very touchy feely too.
That's what,
So
maybe they were lacking.
They were like,
Oh, yeah.
But yeah, like, and then like your Tío Marcos.
oh,
I
another
never
one.
know whether I should come in for the side hug or just shake his hand.
Yeah.
Because
The
for the longest
handshake.
time, he would hug you and then shake my hand.
because he knows.
Even though we were sitting next to each other.
Maybe because he knows that I like hugs.
Maybe he knows the vibes are weird and I don't like hugs.
Maybe he knows.
But now sometimes we'll do like a side
A
hug.
hug,
But
okay.
even then, I still don't know if it's like
Mi tío,
he really wants
your
it or not.
your suegro is the only one I don't like. Le doy beso, like the saludo.
Yeah,
like all my
no.
other uncles, I'll le doy un beso de saludo. But not your suegro.
The only time I get like a full hug is like New Year's and Christmas.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
So, but I mean, it doesn't bother me.
Yeah.
It's
I
fine.
think
I'd rather.
get down like always a hug.
Yeah.
Like she is very
Yeah.
much a hugger.
She's a hugger.
So I
Your
don't
Tía
mind.
Malena too.
I love
Yeah,
my tia
Malena.
Malena
She's so
because
sweet.
my tia Malena will
She's so
also give
tiny.
you like a
Yeah.
big hug.
It's
Like
a
I saw
hug.
her yesterday. I went to my grandparents' house and she came too, and she grabbed my face and me dio un beso. Ugh, love her so
When she's-
much.
Since I have known her, she has called me mi niña. Anytime
Isn't that great?
She's like, hola mi niña. And I'm like,
Yeah, she's her mi niña is like whenever
Yeah.
she'll text me for my birthday, te quiero mucho mi niña.
I'm like, yes.
Aw.
I love you too, tia.
She's so
I love that
sweet.
tia.
She's so
She's
sweet.
I love all my tias, but my tia Malena is
She's just got
so
such a
sweet.
like
a vibe.
a vibe.
Yeah,
such-
she's
I
got a
want- I
vibe.
aspire.
Yeah.
She doesn't give a fuck. Like if she got something to say, she's gonna say
No,
it.
she
But
will
like
say
she's
it.
also
Yeah.
very tender, very sweet. Like and she's so small. Like you just
So
want to
small.
tiny.
you
so
just want to wrap her
tiny.
up in your arms and take her
Yeah,
home.
yeah, for sure.
Yeah. But did you put yours in order?
I didn't. So
Okay,
okay,
so-
so for sure, the first one is gonna be my physical touch. I think my next one is gonna be quality time. I think that's also like one of my favorite things. Like I think I've told y'all, I rather us like go watch like sit and watch a movie and like eat something and just be like around each other. I love doing that. Like it's one of my favorite things. Like I'm also the type of person like even if we're not speaking, as long as we're kind of like
On the same
together, I
room.
love that. Like I think that's great.
As long as you tell me you're not mad at me, I'm okay with that. You're like, damn, Cynthia's mad. She hasn't talked in like 3 minutes.
And I'm not. I promise you. I'm probably just like thinking like, oh,
She's like, dang, I lost my sock last week.
yeah, like dang, I wonder
When
what
is the
book I'm
food
gonna read
getting here?
next.
That's what
and
we do.
yeah,
That's
you know.
that's me.
And I think the next one, I want to say, I think words of affirmation because the other two I feel like are kind of at the bottom. Maybe acts of service too, though, with words of affirmation.
Mhm.
That's when you do something for someone, or when you receive
No,
that.
when-
Acts of service.
When you receive it.
Oh, then
So
no.
these
That's
are
I
things
think
you
the bottom.
receive.
These are things
That's
that
the
at the bottom then for me because words of affirmation. Yeah, I also I'm kind of hard at taking compliments too because it's like you don't mean that. Like I don't know. I just because I was bullied a lot when I was in like elementary school when I was in
Aw.
elementary school because middle school no, but elementary school. So it's like yeah,
Whose ass
Aw.
I gotta be?
you got to be a lot of these little kids' ass.
Give me that
because
yearbook. I'll
they
find
were
them.
mean. Like kids are so
Mean-ass little
mean.
kids. I hope y'all's feet stay cold forever.
And then that you come back later and like, oh, it's because I liked you. Like, no, you didn't.
No,
you
bitch.
didn't. You
That's
made
not a
it.
thing.
You were mean.
What a falsehood. Whatever.
Yeah. So I guess words of affirmation would be next, and then I think at the receiving gifts. I don't. Not that it's something that I expect, but I do love when I
like
get
it.
like a really
A
like
thoughtful
a
gift.
thoughtful gift, even if it's not even like, even it's not anything groundbreaking. I'll appreciate
Mhm.
anything, and I guess the end would be acts of service then, because I
Okay.
don't really.
You don't. You know. You could go either way.
Yeah. Honestly, yeah. So, but yeah, those are mine.
Nice. Nice.
Did you guys take the quiz?
Yeah, mine was. I was words of affirmation.
Yeah, mine was too. And then it was like, if you want to pay $1.95, we'll tell you what the other ones are. And I'm like, I don't care.
No, I don't. I think I'm good with.
I think I could figure it out on my own from
And
there.
I think it's because this was a little free quiz, so it's like it was. Of course, it gave
Yeah.
us what we were trying to
give you
get.
half-assed answers.
Yeah.
I did also in my research find, so as a disclaimer for anyone who's listening to this and you're like, this is bullshit, a little bit.
A little.
When I was looking, I mean, obviously the concept of the 5 love languages came from a book that was written by I think he's a pastor, some sort of minister in the church. So this was created for married couples of heterosexualness.
Specifically the heteros.
Yeah, and specifically the Christians.
And specifically the
So,
Christians.
I think with this or any literary content, you take what makes sense in your life and the rest you do what you want with that. I know for a lot of people that did go through like marriage counseling and they use this particular model for, a lot of the times it was used in harmful ways to like be like, oh, if your husband's love language is physical touch, you need to be available to him for all sorts of things.
Yeah.
You know?
Ah.
So
Oh, mira.
I feel like this day and age has been watered down a little bit, and we've kind of just taken the bits and pieces that make sense in our life And I think that's perfectly fine as long
Yeah.
as you're not taking things out of context. You're not using it in a harmful way towards your friends or whatever relationship this pertains to. Also, Dr. Gary Chapman is not a doctor of like psychology or anything. He's like a doctor of philosophy. So a lot of his teachings are very based in the church. So take that with a grain of salt and do with what you will.
We just like to have fun with it.
Yeah, we like we said before, we don't endorse any person in general. But there are topics that can be used in our day-to-day lives. So I know this author is problematic because of the teachings in his other works, so we're not necessarily supporting that. We are just kind of taking this context and kind of seeing where it fits in our lives.
It fits on us, like who we are.
Yeah.
I think so too, because I didn't know that. When you sent that to us, I had no idea that was how that originated from.
Right.
I was like, interesting. I just like to know love
Yeah, because
languages.
I
It's
do
kinda
believe like there's
zodiacs.
like things like that you like more than the
Yeah.
other person. Like you said, physical touch. Like there's people who like it more.
Yeah.
Like, just holding hands. Even the quizzes kind of help because like, do you like holding hands? Forehead kisses. You like cuddling, and it's like like those
I
things.
hate
are
forehead
like,
kisses.
I don't think you should get
Saliva
forehead
on my
kisses
forehead.
unless it's like from your spouse or something. 'Cause
Yeah.
that's weird.
or your parents.
Our parents, yeah, but
But more head kisses. My mom kisses me on the head.
Yeah, not forehead though.
Yeah, my forehead
I feel
greasy,
like
girl.
saliva on my forehead.
Imagínate, no, con
Uncomfy.
esto. No, Dios
Uncomfy.
mío.
No, Bayo knows. Bayo knows like one of my things, my icks, since I was a little kid, and he knows like whatever we're doing, like I will stop doing if he does this. He will lick his hand,
Oh.
No.
and he will do that. And
No.
I'm not saying his breath stinks, but like
No,
at
but
the end of the
somebody
day,
else's
it
saliva.
stinks. And then if we are like play fighting or have his phone or
I'll
whatever,
lick you.
he will if he does it. And for me, since I was a kid, and my mom says this, I would like touch where they licked, smell it, and I would start gagging.
Why would you smell it?
Because as a kid, who like that's a, like what is this? And then now to this day, the other day I almost threw up because
did that?
because he did it like and he did it like right straight in my face. When I tell you, that man was about to
Oh,
You
is it
almost-
okay with us saying bayo?
say payon,
Oh my gosh, that's disgusting.
dude. Almost.
But why did he do that?
Just to piss her off.
Because sometimes like we play around or I take his phone or he does something and whatever he's like and he knows as soon as
he knows
that
how to
I'm like
trigger
okay.
you. He knows how to
Triggered.
trigger you.
But when he did it,
oh,
when I tell you, I was
girl.
like, Mom, I'm getting throw up.
Triggered.
So that's why probably physical touch is my absolute nada.
worst at the
'Cause
very
that
bottom.
Fucking sucks.
Dang, I was lucky then.
Yeah.
Yeah, because you and your family would like. You guys have never been like had the ick with each other, right? Like,
No.
Like y'all would share cups and stuff like that.
Oh yeah, that's another.
Bayo doesn't Bayo
Not to
shares a
out
cup with
you or
my mom.
anything.
Y'all
You
share
just
cups.
outed my
I
family.
shared
I'm
a single cup, bro. Like,
Yeah, no, Bayo
y'all
shares
do
with my
that.
mom,
and
but
we
he
had
doesn't share with
plenty
me.
of cups. Like me, this is disgusting. It was me, it was my brother, my dad, and me. We would have one, and we had plenty of cups, guys. We weren't like
It's not like
struggling.
there was a
for-
shortage.
It wasn't a shortage of cups, but when we would eat, and we would just whip out one cup because my mom, she doesn't drink when she eats. Like she'll drink
I
at
don't
the
know how she
end.
does that.
I don't know how she does it,
I
but
would
she's
die.
always done that, and she still does that to this day.
Mhm.
And me and my brother, my dad would just whip out a un vaso and put some Coke in there, and
The communal coke.
I know.
Nah, girl.
it,
When I tell-
it wasn't disgusting to
No,
us.
I
I
mean,
mean,
it's
yeah,
not
like
that's what
weird.
you're-
It was like
There's no backwashing
It's
it
not
or
like
anything.
no, absolutely
Exactly.
not. So it's like for us, it was normal. We don't do that anymore. Like you would think, like sometimes me and my dad will share. Like sometimes we'll share a cup. Not really like a cup, but like if let's say like traigo un vaso like de coca
Yeah.
from like somewhere,
He
and
just
he'll
wants to sip or
drink
something,
it, or yeah, if he wants to sip it or
I
something.
think now, like if at some point, yeah, like when I had a drink and my dad wanted it, like if he wanted it, he can drink it. I don't want it anymore. Drink it. You can drink
Really?
it after me. I could not share it.
And I think
Now,
that
like, I
baffled
can
me
do
why
it.
people were like, ew, like you're gonna drink at it. Like I didn't think that was
like now.
gross.
I don't know. Like with you guys, like if we go get drinks and we get different drinks, we'll like
Oh, we
try each
share
other's
them, like,
drinks,
yeah.
and that's fine with me. Like it doesn't really
Doesn't
bother
bother
me.
you.
No.
But the thought of like going through a whole drink, sharing it,
Yeah.
Te da cosa.
I don't know. I obviously something's still gonna backwash in those 2 seconds that you
¿Tú
tip it.
crees?
Yes, absolutely. That's why if Santiago takes my cup, it's his.
Oh yeah, I mean he's
Absolutely.
yeah. I think if
Um,
Ivy were to give me a cup, I would not drink it.
Oh, here you go.
And for the
No.
most part, me and Manol really don't share drinks. Like I'll always get my drink, he always gets his, and so and I don't think even when we were growing up, like we shared cups.
You didn't share cups.
Mm-mm.
No.
Maybe my mom had the ick, and she's like, I'm not
I'm not giving y'all my cup. Y'all get your own cup.
But yeah, like Even with food, I don't
You don't like
my food.
sharing. And I learned that you don't like when your food touches or something, right?
Yeah.
I didn't know that about her until recently.
Until she started watching me eat in
Until I
detail.
started, no, because we had breakfast together, and I'd never noticed this about you, but you separated everything.
And it wasn't like it couldn't touch at all, but like I like if it's like syrupy,
And you don't want to
I
touch
don't
your bacon or
necessarily
something.
want it to like I'll dip my bacon in syrup, but I don't want it to sit
be
in
like
the
together.
syrup.
Yeah.
So I'm fucking weird. I'm sorry.
No.
But yeah, the whole
There's a lot of people that don't like that at
Yeah.
all.
Yeah.
Like don't let their meat touch their like potatoes. I don't know.
It's really weird because I definitely like the sweet and savory together.
Mm-hmm.
I mix all sorts of weird flavors combinations together, but when I'm eating, I like to eat things in order. I should probably get
that's
help.
crazy.
But I
the
eat
problem?
things
What?
I eat things in order of like importance to me.
Wow.
Like,
I've heard some
like-
people, yeah.
Like the thing I like I'll try everything when I first start my meal,
Mm-hmm.
and if something I like a lot, I'll like savor it till the end, and I'll eat the things that I like less first.
Okay.
Mhm.
Yeah, I feel like I've done that my whole life.
I love watching Melanie eat too. As much as I like her, like to watch
Methodical.
her cut things, watching her eat is also kind of like because she just takes her time with things, and she's very. I don't know what it is about you, bro, but and it's true. Now that I think that's true. When we have like Thanksgiving or Christmas, her plate is like primero
Perfect.
esto y luego esto,
It is
and with my shit,
picturesque.
it's like
Yeah.
Your shit is just
everywhere.
scrambled
Yeah,
That's what
everywhere.
I do too. I just
Mhm.
don't care because I'm like, it's gonna end up in my
It's gonna end
stomach
up in your-
anyway.
everywhere.
Maybe it's just I like the experience.
I will draw the line of Eric, my cousin's
Oh
boyfriend.
yeah, he put
like
dessert
a
next to-
cupcake next to like algo con
Just like
chile.
birria
Oh,
or
no,
something.
no, you got- you got a
it was,
dessert
you know
plate.
what it was? Era como era esa como la fruta con what's that called? The fruit salad.
The fruit
thing?
salad
Was
with
that?
the
I
creamy
think so.
fruit
The
salad.
creamy fruit salad, I think, and then he had it on the side or something like that.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Because I'm
for
like,
the-
they
it was
literally
dessert
were
and
about to
food.
touch, and
Yeah.
I was like, that's disgusting.
Yeah, that's a little.
That's
That's
nasty.
that. I draw the line at that.
I draw the line at that.
I like my separate
Typically,
plate
my
I like a
food, I don't
dessert
care.
plate. I like my food.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
But then, like, I think you also know certain people. Like, I know Cynthia likes to taste other people's food, and she likes to give. So I'm like, I know when she
why are
asks.
y'all exposing me?
No, but I know, I know for
No,
you,
we
like,
don't
I know,
mind
like,
it.
I'll ask,
I don't know.
or like if you want.
I don't mind it.
No, I don't mind.
No,
I don't mind because
okay,
I know.
So for me, sharing food is not a problem unless I'm almost at the end of my meal and you're like, "Hey, can I have that last piece?" And I'll be
Oh
like,
no.
Oh no!
And
And
then
then
I-
at the beginning,
because-
I give her some.
And you know why? Because I saved it for the end because
Yeah.
it was my favorite
In your
part.
brain, you're like,
so
"That's
don't
my
ask me
last
for the
piece."
last piece. This
So-
is literally my favorite part of the whole meal. So don't.
And
ask
I
me for
and
it.
I don't like I won't go in and touch your plate.
No, no, no.
Yeah.
No, you ask.
No,
You're
but
like, what
we
does that
asked
taste
you like
Yeah.
you want some like
Yeah.
And
It's a
I
thing,
think
like,
you know
we
what's
do
funny is
normally.
like y'all will ask me before I even say anything.
Mhm.
Yeah, like you'll be like ¿Quieres? And I'd be like yeah, because I think also growing up we did that too. Like me and Papa, when we would go out, like we would share. We do that now.
Yeah.
When
Yeah,
we
my
get
family does
food,
that
we'll
now.
share food. Like me,
Mhm.
my parents, and my brother will share. Like oh, ¿Quieres un poco de esto?
Mhm.
Like Anna, when we go out to eat, we'll like okay, you get this and I get this, so we can have it together.
Mhm.
You know. So
Yeah,
you know, I'm
but
glad y'all know me now.
we're accustomed to you. We have
we know
we have made the
we
Y'all made some
anticipate the
sacrifices
palm, we
for me,
anticipate the
thank
hand
you.
touching.
Yeah.
That's fine.
Y'all,
We know
y'all,
you,
is,
babe.
has this become my episode? Are we talking about me?
Happy birthday! We're saving this for October.
We're gonna save
Oh,
this whole
it's
episode
October.
for
This is the-
October. This is my episode.
Yeah, this is Cynthia's birthday episode.
Imagine.
No, but yeah, I think we have kind of like interwoven ourselves at this
Mhm.
point. So like a lot
No.
of things aren't that weird anymore. Like
No.
at first it was probably like, that's a
hell?
little cringe.
Yeah.
Why are you
Yeah.
touching me? But now like when you do it, I'm like,
It's
your
okay.
hands are always warm, so it's never
That's
an
true.
issue.
Are they?
Yeah,
You have teeny hands too.
you do have small hands. They're
It's
like,
not like you're
delicate.
like
I feel like your touch is very delicate.
Yeah.
Like
she
they're not,
will go like hopeful and then she'll
Yeah.
like slow down.
yeah, they're very
Yeah.
delicate. Like she never just like grabs you like abruptly. Like
No.
she'll like gently place her hand.
Because I don't like being
and, like,
grabbed abruptly.
The rest of your
Yeah.
conversation could be like really hee hee ha ha, but your hand is
Mhm.
just like gently laying.
and then
on
you'll
the
just
Mhm.
Yep.
back.
Yeah, I just
And then
and
once you're done,
and it's not consciously like I
Goes
don't
back.
like in my head. Okay, now
That's
it's-
what I'm saying. Like we
No,
know
regular.
Yeah, no, I do it really subconsciously. Like I don't mean to.
it's your thing, and it's
It is
okay.
what it
It's cute.
is.
Me and Suri
Yeah.
just want you to say nice things to us.
Okay,
Yeah,
so
just
now I know,
literally
and that's
just
so
say
much
nice things.
easier. Like that, y'all both have the same.
So now I don't know how to give y'all gifts.
Just
Just
if
say
I'm
like-
gonna put us in a group chat and just send us good morning, have a great day, you're the best.
Do you guys like those things?
Huh?
Like people that send you like good morning,
text.
good morning texts and stuff like that.
How are you?
Yeah.
I do say good morning. Y'all don't say good morning back.
I just like
Fun.
to see it. Sometimes
Like
I
whenever
don't
I say good morning, friends, and then I say what I need to say, and y'all just answer what I asked.
Oh yeah.
You guys don't say
Never a
good morning back.
What do you mean? It's morning. What's good about it?
Do you guys? I remember I told this to my coworker one time, and she never did it again. And I didn't say it to her specifically, but I hate when people say GM. I feel like you're just like
texting?
when you text like GM. I don't like it. I think like you don't want to say good morning,
I
so
don't
don't say
think I've
good
ever
morning.
had anyone.
My coworkers do that a lot. Like all like son señoras ya
do.
grandes. Entonces
Yeah,
I'm
they
like
say
maybe
GM.
that's what it
I think they're
is.
cool.
And I remember one time I told one of my coworkers, and she never ever again said GM to me. She would always say good morning, like whenever she would need to type something out or like text me for something.
Oh.
She would say good morning. And it wasn't like me telling her like you better not do that. No,
Yeah.
I just say I personally don't like it. It feels like you don't want to say good morning to me, because this one
Feels
coworker
forced.
would say morn. She would say MORN.
No. I'll accept morning. I'll
Morning.
accept morning.
She would
Good
say
morning is good,
morn.
okay.
And no, but it, like if you say good morning like out loud, fine. But like text message, like GM to me, just don't say it because you don't want to.
Retract.
Just don't. You don't want to. You
I
clearly don't want to.
I don't think I've ever used.
I don't
that
think
in
I've got
context.
anybody given GM. Like I always say
I've
either
gotten it a
morning
lot.
or say good morning.
Like when I come into work in the morning, everybody's like good morning, and I'm like morning.
Yeah, I say morning.
I don't say angry.
I don't
or
say
anything.
good.
It's never good.
It's never
Morning.
good. It's just
Before
morning.
It's
noon.
too early, babe.
You're right. No, you're right. I will say like I don't like in the morning. Don't be like all cheery, happy with me, because you're not gonna get a nice
on
Cynthia. I'm
when
so
I hear you on
sorry.
Wednesdays, I hear the morning. Like you're like good morning.
and I
I hear
sit down,
Cynthia. I already
and
know.
I'm like,
I know she's here.
and then the thing is, I think I've gotten accustomed to my current like the coworkers that I have, because I will have conversations. Because before, when I used to work at Chick-fil-A, and they wanted to have full on conversations at 5 in the freaking morning.
Yeah, that was tough.
No, like I'm not even awake.
I
Like,
have
what
to
do you
warm up to my
mean?
environment.
I think
before
it's
you start
because
talking to
it takes me an hour to get there, so I'm like I'm awake.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
maybe that's
Yeah,
what
like
it
when
is.
I go to the gym and then I go to work right after, I'm already like awake. I've been awake. I have time, like I've had time to process the fact that I will not be touching my bed for the next 10 hours. But like if I just wake up, roll out of bed and go to work,
It's hard.
please don't ask me anything pertaining to work until 30 minutes after I've clocked in.
Because my brain needs to just adjust to the
coworker's
fact
so
that
funny.
this is gonna be me.
I love her and she's so sweet, but she is such a morning person and she wakes up at 4 a.m. every day to go to the gym and do things.
Wow.
So by the time she gets to work, she's already been awake for like 3 hours at least. So I'll come into the office like, y'all know me, looking grumpy in the morning, like don't talk to me, and she'll just want to have these like in-depth conversations. I'm like, Misty,
She's saying the name.
I barely brushed my teeth at work today, like before I came to work, so I don't think I can be making these. I can't answer these questions right
these
now.
are these
I
are
just can't.
important questions that I can't answer.
I walked into the office
And
the
she was
other
just
day.
saying, "How are you?"
No, literally, I'll be like, morning, and then she'll go. She's like, the other day I walked in the office and she's like, why don't you want to have more kids? And I was like,
I'm like, ma'am.
what? Did
Come
I
on,
miss
Misty.
something?
Come on now.
But
Read the
what's going
room.
on?
Unfortunately, it was already past noon, so I guess it was valid.
Oh,
Babe.
Melanie.
No, but it was like when I worked the afternoon shift.
Okay.
So like I hadn't been
Oh.
at work, like in the
Oh.
office. So I walked in.
So you've been
I
awake.
Said, hey, and she's like, why don't you want to have more kids? And I was like, huh?
I guess her reason. She's like, girl.
Like in my head, I was trying to like connect the dots. Like, did I say something to like prompt this?
Is there
Before I
something you
got
need
here?
to tell me?
And it's just like, that's just how she is.
Yeah,
And I've
yeah.
learned to like really enjoy it. But sometimes I'm like, man, I'm still half asleep. I really don't know how to answer that.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna laugh.
There's morning people. There's afternoon people. There's some night people.
I'm
Yeah.
What do you
definitely-
consider yourself?
I feel like I'm a.
When are you at your
after-
best?
At my best, probably between the hours of 5 and 8.
12 and 12:45.
12 and 12:45.
What about
During
you?
my lunch.
I think I am a morning person.
I think you are too.
What also helps is when I go into the office at 6:30. There's people on your side, but there's nobody on my side until 7.
Oh yeah, that's true.
7:30.
Yeah.
So I get an hour and a half of just me sitting there.
Mm-hmm.
So by then I'm like, okay, I'm
Yeah, no.
I'm chilling. But I definitely think I've always been a morning person.
I'm a night person. I'm a night owl. Like, if I got something to do, a task I got to complete, and I'm not super tired, and it's like 8 p.m., I'll start it. And I'll stay up till like 2, 3 in the morning, and I'll be fine.
Mm-hmm.
But if you want me to wake up at 5 in the morning to do anything,
No.
I'm already upset.
rather.
I'm already
Yes.
upset. I'd rather
Yeah.
stay up late and do it than wake up early
And do it. Same. For sure.
Yeah.
I've done my nails like when I have to take them off the morning of when I go Saturdays at 8. I will wake up at 6, 5:30 and take
absolutely
them
not.
off early in the morning.
Absolutely
That's
not.
just rather do
That's happening Thursday, Friday.
No, I take them
No.
off the morning of
Cynthia pops them off like
I'll pop them off sporadically.
because I
Bam.
soak them and I do everything.
I did that
Okay.
one time, and it's just like
Rosie.
if you're listening to
She's
this,
popping them off.
She knows this. I tell her, and she probably could tell.
Yeah,
I'm
like,
sure she could
"Hey."
tell.
I'm sure she could
No,
tell.
I was like, I don't want Rosie to tell me. So
I don't want to be rejected.
yeah, I don't want to be rejected. I'm trying
Get
to
outta
get
here.
here. Model.
Get out of here. Yeah.
No, but I am a morning person.
Yeah, I think you
1000%.
For sure.
So That's why I'm like, oh, the earlier the better. But y'all are like,
No.
I
No.
also don't mind being like doing things early, but I know I have to get enough sleep. So if you're gonna want me to be up at 8 a.m, like don't ask me to do anything the night before because I need to be in bed by 9. Like I need minimum 8 hours. Minimum. That's like on 8 hours, I'm a bad person. Like give me 9, 10.
You're a great person.
I'm okay.
Oh,
I'm okay.
Oh.
No, I'm not.
Where are you great at? None.
You'll have to
Catch you
No
on a
comment.
really good day.
No comment.
Nice. Okay,
Yeah.
guys. Well, that's
I
good
don't
to
know
know.
how-
I feel like I know more about y'all now.
I don't know how we went from love languages to talking about our eating habits. And
I don't
sleeping
know. And our
habits, but
sleeping habits. I don't know. Because it just goes back to how we are as people, what we like, what we enjoy. I don't
Yeah.
know.
what we've learned along the way. Now
Yeah.
we're learning still.
We're
There's still a
still-
lot about each
we're
other.
still
We do
growing this
not
And it's
know.
and it's crazy, like doing this podcast. Like I think it's interesting how much we didn't know about each
Mhm.
other and even our experiences. Like I think there was times where I was like, I've said this on the podcast. I didn't know that. Like,
Mhm.
and I think that's so funny. Like, because we've been friends for so long.
I feel like 'cause sometimes these things don't just come up
They
in
don't come up,
conversation. Like I'm
no.
not just gonna show up to your house one day and be like, yeah, so if you tell me I'm pretty, I'll like you more.
Yeah. So it's like,
goes.
Like,
yeah.
okay, that's
And the
kinda
things
weird.
that come up in conversation, yeah. But
Mhm.
like sitting down and specifically talking about these topics, it's like, okay, this is how we get to know each other a
Yeah,
little
you
bit
kinda
more
go a little
too.
bit deeper.
For sure.
It's kind of like those card games where you like has a topic and you
yeah.
have to go around the table and
And
answer
talk about it. Yeah.
Yeah,
For
But yeah.
sure.
those are deep. We should do one of those one day.
I guess we
We
should.
should do an episode on that. We should do. I have some fun episodes in my brain that I feel like we should do.
We
I
just
wanna
need you
say
guys to
it
be
because shout out
more to
the next episode, which is I feel like we should call it our mid-season finale.
Okay.
'Cause it's episode 10.
It is
It's gonna be Melanie's birthday episode.
We're so excited
She
for it. You
knows
don't even know.
absolutely
Um,
nothing that's gonna be
Yeah,
going
I just
on.
have to show up.
She just has to show up
And
look,
this wasn't-
and look pretty. What you do?
Which you already do.
You
Okay,
already
this-
are.
And this wasn't something that like she's like, oh, can y'all do this for me? Like
No,
it was
said.
it was
That's
much to
gonna
read.
happen.
To be honest with you,
To read.
because I was like, I'm freaking out. I was like, what are we gonna do? But I'm so excited for this episode. You don't even know. I'm so excited.
Yeah.
I hope you like it.
I don't think they're gonna do anything mean because I know them. but
No.
I think I'm more like just like I just feel out of the loop. I have a little bit of FOMO.
We just
And
went
then
on
on episode all
we
about
just went
you.
on a vacation, me and Suri together, and Melanie couldn't come unfortunately.
Yeah.
So sorry.
Just been out here with the FOMO.
With the FOMO, I'm
We'll
so
plan.
sorry.
We'll plan a vacation this year, but I'm excited. I really am excited for this
Okay,
one. I'm
well,
getting all my
yeah.
stuff done. We're
Okay.
getting everything together.
Mhm.
So
There's things to get together.
There's
Wow.
Yeah.
we need
Okay.
a couple weeks to
a
get
couple
everything
weeks of
together.
prep. Wow,
We're
this is
excited.
intense.
We're excited.
That's not fair because now we're gonna have to prep all the other birthday episodes.
And you don't have
Whose
to.
idea was this?
This is Sari's idea.
It was that or
This-
4th of
this
July.
was
I'd rather
about for me.
celebrate Melanie's birthday.
Yeah,
if I'm
that
being
is true.
completely
If
honest.
y'all don't know, we like to theme it around kind of like what's going on, and the next episode will be the next episode after
is
after
around the
this one,
4th.
after this one is gonna be your birthday
What's
episode.
It actually goes out right on my birthday.
Right
so
on her
if
birthday.
y'all don't comment happy birthday to me,
Please, like
If we don't
just-
see
no.
Those
words of
comments?
affirmations, friends. Words of affirmations.
This is why we made this episode
what
so that
she
you were ready for
Tune in
for this.
So look out the week of July 3rd, starting July 1st, Monday, July 1st. We
Mhm.
need
It's
those.
my birthday month. I don't know if
It
anybody
is.
else does this, but I got a birthday month, a birthday week, a birthday weekend.
She also likes to say when it's your
My half birthday is
birthday.
in January. You
Mhm.
all missed it. I'm sorry. January 3rd. Yeah, so I'm big on birthdays.
Yeah.
So I'm excited. I'm excited, a little bit out of the loop, but
Nah,
I
it's
mean,
gonna be
about it.
fine. You're gonna have a great time.
what could be the worst?
Just be prepared mentally.
Mentally be prepared. For
That's it.
To like cry or laugh or both?
Maybe
I don't
all of
know.
it. Who
Okay.
knows?
I don't know.
Who knows?
Okay, yeah, who knows? Okay, but yeah, so this
I'm
was,
uncomfortable.
it's gonna be great. I promise.
It's,
okay.
it's gonna be fun.
It's gonna be
It's gonna
great.
be really
All right, I look forward to it.
cool. Okay.
But yeah, so please, you guys, if you guys can comment and you guys can let us know, like, what do you guys want us, talk about? What are your love languages?
Yeah, what are
Like-
your love language? How do you like to express it, and how do you
Yeah.
like to receive it? 'Cause sometimes this can be different.
Yeah, for sure. And we love to hear it. We need more interaction from you guys because we're just kind of talking to ourselves at this point.
I mean, we're not gonna stop or anything, but
oh yeah, if you thought that was gonna
it's not gonna deter us.
deter us, yeah,
No, we're gonna keep talking.
We're gonna keep talking, but follow us on all of our social media handles, and they're all at Por Favor Somos Tres. And then individually, it's all on our Instagram and our LinkedIn. So yeah, please give us some feedback. Let us know what you want to hear.
Spotify is up and popping, but
yeah.
YouTube, y'all need to watch this because the faces we make, like, just
Dude, the YouTube I feel like is the better part. Like
'Cause
I
it's
love
our
watching.
I love
reactions.
rewatching it. Like,
Our
our faces are
reactions.
hilarious. Obviously, you can't see your own face when you're recording it, so like
No.
watching it back, I'm like, oh my god, that is
Yeah.
such a like me face.
Yeah,
Like
for
that's
sure.
me.
For sure. But yeah, we want to just people to interact more with us and like answer our polls or answer our questions for you guys, and we'll try to, you know, get more content in as well, because we were lacking a little bit, but I think we're
back.
We're back. Yeah, for sure.
Summer's gonna be great.
Gonna be great.
Gonna be great
So,
summer.
Yeah. Thank you guys so much for watching this episode, and we'll see you guys on the next one.
Bye.
Bye.